I was on what was supposed to be a simple road trip, driving across Nevada to visit an old friend. But I got a late start and found myself driving deep into the night. My route took me down Highway 50, famously called the loneliest road in America. I'd always thought that name was a bit of a joke until I learned otherwise. There was nothing out there, no towns, no lights, no other cars. Just mile after mile of black highway cutting through the frozen desert. Hours passed without seeing a single soul, just my headlights stretching into the dark, the hum of the engine and the wind rattling against the windows. Then around 1 a.m. I saw him, a man standing on the shoulder of the road right at the edge of my headlights. He was tall and thin, standing perfectly still, not even shivering in the freezing night. He faced my car, his pale face expressionless, except for a faint, unsettling smile. It wasn't friendly, it wasn't grateful, it was amused, like he knew something I didn't. I should have kept driving, but something about him, standing alone in the middle of nowhere, made me hesitate. I told myself he might need help. Maybe his car had broken down. Against every instinct in my head, I slowed down. I pulled over a few feet ahead of him, cracking the window slightly and keeping the engine running. "You okay?" I called out. At first, he didn't answer. He just stared with that strange half-smile. Then he finally spoke, his voice low and deliberate. "I need a ride." The way he said it made my stomach twist. It wasn't a question. It was like he already knew I'd say yes, like I didn't have a choice. "Sorry," I said, trying to sound casual. "I'm heading the other way." His smile widened, almost mocking. "Please," he said, stepping closer. That's when pure panic set in. I rolled up the window quickly, locking the doors with shaky hands. My breath fogged up the glass as I threw the car into drive and hit the gas. The tires spun for a second on the icy road, and the car fishtailed to the side before gaining traction. I glanced in the rearview mirror, and he was running after me. Not just running, sprinting. Faster than anyone should be able to. I hit the gas harder, but the earlier skid made the car wobble, and the rear tires slid out again. The car spun off the road and came to a hard stop in the dirt, jolting me forward. As I tried to catch my breath, I heard footsteps approaching, fast and deliberate. He was almost at the car. Before I could react, the driver's side window shattered, and a freezing gust of air rushed in. His hand shot through the broken glass and wrapped around my neck, his grip icy cold and unbreakable. In a surge of desperation, I managed to yank the emergency brake and slam into him with my shoulder, pushing us both to the ground. We struggled, his strength unnatural, his face expressionless except for the disturbing intensity in his eyes. Somehow, I broke free and scrambled back into the car. With a final burst of adrenaline, I floored the gas, speeding down the highway. When I looked back, he was still standing there watching, his face blank as though nothing had happened. If you ever find yourself driving down Highway 50 and see someone waiting, smiling like they've been expecting you, don't stop.